Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer Belanger with Back Pocket Studio, and today I am here with Kelly with White Frog Cafe. Kelly and her husband Ronald are importers, growers, and manufacturers of coffee. So, super cool. Coffee comes from their family farm in Colombia, but is sold right out of their home office in Sylvan Lake. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Hi, Jen. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, excited. I got my mail the other day,
Yeah,
and
you bet.
look who is on the front page. Super
I know
exciting.
it's crazy. It's super exciting. It's really nice that they were able to feature us, so that's great.
Yeah, well, it's really neat that not only are you a family business, Sylvan Lake based, which is super cool, but you're doing this with some pretty young children under tow as well. So that's kind of neat.
Yes, you bet. It's been interesting trying to do everything with a 5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. And when we actually did our first importation, my little guy was I think he was about 8 months old. So we've
Wow.
been, and the whole process started even well before he was born. So yeah,
Wow.
it's the whole thing has been with kids in tow. So yeah, it's definitely been busy.
That's exciting. So tell us a
Yeah.
bit about your family business. What is White Frog Cafe?
Okay, well, White Frog Cafe is company that my husband and I run. Like you said, it's out of our home. It's a home-based business. The word cafe, we do not have a cafe. The word cafe meaning coffee in Spanish.
Okay.
Ronald is from Colombia. Of course, Spanish is his first language, so he wanted to have some Spanish in the title of the company. Um, so we started the company. We actually planted our own little coffee plantation on a 1 hectare plot of land. That was actually 4 years ago last month that we planted well, actually they started off as seedlings, but they were little, about 6 or 8 inch plants when we planted them. And over the years, Ronald and his family have been maintaining the crop and getting the plants big enough that they're now producing really high quality coffee, and we're
Mhm.
able to harvest it. Ronald, because he's Colombian, he's the exporter,
Okay.
and so we're exporting the coffee straight from Colombia, importing it, doing everything. So there's no middleman in the business. It's just us. Ronald grew up on the farm, so he knows everything about farming and that part of it. But there's been a huge learning curve when it came to exporting all the paperwork,
Mhm.
importing from a country like Colombia. There's a lot of rules and regulations, of course, for importing. So it's taken us literally years to actually get the coffee here to where we're able to package it, roast it, package it, and sell it, distribute. So
And
that's good.
Ronald's even traveling back and forth a little bit, working on the actual farm in his off time, isn't he?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, he's lucky enough that he works for a company called Air Spray, which they do forest fire suppression. He's an aircraft maintenance engineer, so he works really hard during the forest fire season. He's
Mhm.
away a lot during kind of the summer months, so he's able to bank a lot of time so that when it's harvest time, come November, December, January, he goes back to the farm and kind of heads up the whole harvest of the crop. And then he likes to go also, hopefully one other time during the year to for projects, to check on the farm, to make sure everything's going well, to work. Of course, he's like the hired hand, but
Mhm.
he's doing it all for free basically. Like he's, of
Yeah.
course, he's helping out on the family farm and then maintaining our own little section. So yeah, it's a huge project.
So your family has seen it right from the beginning all the way up until it hits the bags that are on the counter behind you.
Yeah, you bet. Ronald actually documented everything right from the start. He has videos and pictures of him planting these little coffee plants and
Wow.
clearing off, some of the jungle, the brush. Everybody's digging the holes by hand with the hand auger. Everything
Wow.
that they did was all manual. They don't have fancy machinery or anything like that. Every
Wow.
time Ronald goes to Colombia, he tries to take some sort of machinery or tools. So far, we've taken, of course, different, personal protective equipment, gloves, masks, things like that. He's taken a whippersnipper. He's taken a lawnmower. various tools, because stuff like that in Colombia is so expensive.
Yeah.
And of course, nobody can afford that. So they're working with primitive tools.
Wow.
So yeah, so he's taking equipment, buying whatever equipment, that he can't really transport. He's buying it there, and kind of letting the other farmers and family members kind of use our business as a kind of a home base for when they need to use some of the equipment also.
That's
So
awesome.
that's great. Yeah.
So all of this, though, the fact that it is kind of old school farming, how does that affect your taste? How is your coffee different?
Well, that affects the taste hugely because,
I would say.
yeah, it's all been grown right from seed, no chemicals, chemical free. Um, Really, everything's obviously carried by hand, maintained, with natural farming traditions, and everything's all hand picked. Of course, you have to pick the coffee cherries, is what they're called when they're red.
Okay.
You have to pick them at the proper time, or else it degrades the quality of the batch. If you're picking beans before they're ripe, um, so you might have to go back to the same plant numerous times to get all the beans, because of course the cherries grow at different rates.
Hmm.
So that affects the quality of the coffee hugely. So with Ronald, being so knowledgeable and having, his family on hand and workers that he really trusts, we're making sure that the coffee is being cared for and being picked and stuff properly, so that really, the coffee is based on a point system, and it's been graded by the Specialty Coffee Association of America. Um, and Yeah, it rates really high. It rates at about 85 or above. And coffee in that range that's the very top of premium coffee. Specialty coffee starts at 86 to 90 points.
Wow.
And then 90 and above, which is super difficult to reach. Between 90 and 100 is like specialty supreme. So our it's very high quality coffee. And when you taste it, you taste the difference. You taste that it
Mm.
doesn't taste burnt. It doesn't give you that acidic, yucky aftertaste. People are surprised that when they drink the coffee, they can just drink it black and it tastes nice.
That's exactly
A
what I
lot of
was just
people,
about to say. Like, I don't like black coffee, but yours tastes so good.
yeah, I know it's amazing. Once you've tasted really nice quality coffee, you really come to understand what it's all about.
Wow. So you are a local business. You are family run. You're kind of getting started and you've made some great waves, but now COVID-19. So how is that affecting your business right now?
Well, like us, like many other businesses, we're unable to get out there and talk with people. Can't go to the grocery stores where we are to do tastings, which is super important. People don't necessarily want to buy the coffee just from looking at the bag. They want
Yeah.
to taste it. So coffee tastings are really important. We can't do those right now. We can't approach any additional grocery stores during this time, because they're just too busy trying to maintain their own
Yeah.
staff and things. So we've been told we need to wait until we get the go ahead that it's safe to do so. And also we've planned a lot of events, fundraisers and different community events, different markets and things coming up for the summer. Of course, summer's a huge season, summer, spring, fall. That's kind of the main time, and everything's canceled or postponed. So it's hugely affected the business. We are on Amazon, and we are in several grocery stores, so we're able to still maintain those ties and be shipping coffee to places. We currently have literally thousands of pounds of coffee just waiting to be roasted when we need it. So we're definitely not going to run out, and we're going to make sure that whoever needs our coffee can get it. If there's any shortages, we've got tons of coffee available. So it has affected the business, but we're hoping that we can keep going, and just keep trotting in and just trying to find new customers and just try and think of different ways to keep going.
Yeah, and one of the things about why I want to do these videos is I love looking at how people are being very creative, and how they're giving back and how they're rebranding and just completely doing things new. And one thing
Yeah.
that I saw that you're doing is a fundraiser right now. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you bet. Because of course everybody knows that it's really hard times for a lot of people. We have done many fundraisers in the past, and we thought that now is a great time for us to launch our own fundraiser for the food banks. So for
Mm.
the food bank of Sylvan Lake and of Red Deer, what we're doing is we're offering our packaged coffee delivered right to your doorstep. We'll take payments virtually or over the phone, so there's no contact, and we're delivering coffee, to doorsteps, and yeah, $5 from every bag of coffee that we sell goes directly to the food bank, to either the Sylvan Lake Food Bank or the Red Deer. And we're running the campaign until April 15th. And we've had lots of positive comments, positive posts. We're on the Red Deer News Now in their events, community events section. And we're, of course, on Facebook and Instagram, just trying to get the word out and spread the word, because people, even though they're in their homes, they still maybe want to have a really nice cup of coffee in the morning.
It's extra important right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I literally get up and
great.
I am looking for my coffee. Like,
Yeah,
it is
absolutely.
how I get out of bed.
Absolutely. And I just want to mention, Jen, that we usually sell the coffee through the stores. It's available as whole bean, roasted whole bean coffee. But we do have a commercial coffee grinder right here in our coffee room. That for fundraisers, we offer ground coffee as well, because we realize that not everybody has a grinder. So if you're wanting to try some nice quality coffee, but you need it ground, no problem. Just ask us and we can grind the bag for you and go from there.
Oh, that's exciting. So how can
Yeah.
people buy your product right now? So you mentioned ordering it and having it delivered. So where do they find that, and what other stores are you available in? How would they go about finding you?
Okay, if they want to place an order, they could visit our website. All the information's on there, www.whitefrogcafe.com. You could phone us. We're in the directory for Sylvan Lake under White Frog Cafe. And we're also available, so you can send us a message anyway through Instagram, Facebook, text message. My phone numbers are listed, or just call me and for that. And we're also available in Sobeys in Sylvan Lake, Sobeys Village Mall, which is the North End Sobeys in Red Deer, Safeway Tower Lane Mall in Airdrie, and Aspen Safeway in Calgary, and Crowfoot Safeway in Calgary, and Hollick Canyon Hollick Canyon Sobeys in Edmonton.
Wow.
And yeah, so there's some great stores right there for kind of central Alberta, a few in Calgary, one in Edmonton, and then also through Amazon.ca, not .com.ca. If you just search White Frog Cafe or White Frog Coffee, and through Amazon, if you purchase $35 or more, you get free delivery. So that basically works out. If you buy 2 bags of coffee, then you get free delivery. Or if you're Amazon Prime, then you get free delivery all the time. And because coffee is considered an essential food item, it's still being shipped and it's still available. So that's a great option. But yeah, for the fundraiser, call us directly, send us messages. If you purchase coffee through the grocery stores, that's awesome. It's just we won't be donating, because we've already sold it to the grocery stores. We won't be donating from the grocery store sales right now. So if you want to help out the food banks, you have to order from us directly.
That makes
for
sense.
these about the next week and a half or so.
Perfect. Okay, Kelly. So do you have any tips right now for other businesses like you that are at home and trying to keep their business going? What is your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is don't be afraid to reach out to whoever you know, your friends, your family, other businesses. Talk to people, see if there's any ways you could join forces with another business or a campaign, or through social media, and try really do some brainstorming, maybe with whoever, with your husband, with your sister, whoever you have that you can talk to, and try and come up with some creative ideas as to how you can keep things going, how you can, who's going to still purchase your product, who's going to still use your services even during this time. And you'll be amazed at what you'll come up with. There's tons of opportunities, and we just have to think outside the box and just really put your thinking cap on and do some thinking.
Very true. Okay, well, thank you to everybody. Thank you, Kelly, for taking the time out of your day today. Make sure you guys check out Kelly's family story in the Neighbors of Sylvan Lake, which is an awesome magazine for anyone who hasn't seen it. There's some cute little behind the scenes family details of them that might be of interest to you. And check out the coffee. I swear, you don't need anything in it. It's the only black coffee I think I've ever liked. Thanks so much. Excellent. If you like the video, the best way to support Kelly and all other businesses in Central Alberta, like, comment, share, send it to your friends, whoever it is. the more people know, the more those businesses can grow. Have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you.